Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and another City Skylines video. Here we are in my city. We're progressing pretty well, I think. We're at population 7,000 something. We've got 57,000 ducats in the bank. So,
You're doing well.
Yeah. The main problem though is that I keep having all of these buildings saying that they need more workers. And then they don't get their workers, then they get abandoned and I have to knock them down. And you'll see a lot of that happening in this video. I've also got landfills that are filled and basically I'm kind of experiencing growing pains with the city at this point.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you've got obviously a need for residential areas. So hopefully if you build some residential areas, you'll get more residents and then more workers.
That's the idea, I guess, but then it's always like, you know, they're not educated enough or something like that, so...
Well, excuse me, fancy pants businesses of Maketopia.
Yeah, it's not me. They're the ones who are fancy pants. But anyway, in the last video, I'd unlocked these new residential and commercial zones, so I'm gonna try and place some of those. I'm gonna, like, de-zone some of these ordinary residential and replace them with high-density residential, so I guess that means more people can move into these particular buildings than would normally be able to, right?
Yep, and you're going to suffer from a population loss because you just evicted all these people from your town, but when the new buildings are built high density, then hopefully your population will go up again. I read some weird rumors. Did we talk about this before? The difference between low density and high density housing?
No.
The potentially low density residential attracts families. And high density residential attracts not families, like single people.
You think that's in the game
like young
code?
adults? Possibly, yeah. And therefore that will affect, it won't affect your ultimate population, but it will affect like how long it takes before people start dying off or having babies and things. I'm not quite sure. In my town, I go for mainly high-density residential.
So that's a rumor and not a fact. Like
I don't
nobody
know.
knows.
People like saying it is, and I was like, I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
And even if it is true, I think it just affects like, you know, it might be it takes an extra couple of years before people start dying off, or maybe they die off earlier if they're low density, but high density has more people per square, so that's better from my perspective.
I mean, don't families live in the apartments though? Like,
I think so.
It's, you know, it seems discriminatory to say that families wouldn't want to live in apartments and high rises as well. Like a lot of cities in the world, people only have the option of living in high rise or, you know, apartment buildings or multifamily dwellings is I guess the word for it. But like, did the game developers not communicate to the players to explain how the game is made and all that stuff?
I don't know if they get into that level of detail. I also haven't explored it in tons of detail because it's like, I don't care.
Enough.
I still want to make high density residential, and I've had whole neighbours with just high density residential and they seem perfectly happy.
Cool. I think I just placed a police station and another building beside it. It literally just happened on screen, but you were talking to me and I was distracted. Sorry, guys. So, but yeah, as you can see, I've got abandoned buildings, even in the industrial zone. I'm doing my best to like stay on top of all of these numbers, but like I said, I think it's just at an awkward stage right now with...
Yeah, you just got to keep, there's demand for things, you got to keep meeting that demand and adding streets, adding zone areas, and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, you're still doing pretty well. You're slowly creeping up to your next milestone, which I think is...
Small city.
7,500?
Oh, is it?
I can't remember.
Then we're going to hit that in this video.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yes.
And you still don't want to go beyond your one square.
No, not just yet, because I want to keep things sustainable. You'll see later in the video that I might have a reason to go beyond the square, and I'll explain that when we get to it. But I was just admiring my high-rise apartment buildings there, and now I'm creating more normal. I'm still thinking about like zones in the city, as in I don't want the whole city to be high-rise residential, even though it would boost the population. I want, you know, there to be different neighborhoods and different character to each of the neighborhoods. So that's why over here I'm going for just the normal residential again, even though I've been building high density residential.
Yeah, I think it's nice, certainly to have a variety of different neighborhoods. I think it also ultimately will pose challenges for traffic because maybe an area you thought was going to be a really nice, peaceful neighborhood, I don't know if it works this way, but maybe it'll end up being really popular and have really bad traffic.
Yeah, I also have to stay on top of bus routes, and you'll also see later in the video, I'm going to be placing the metro station and metro
exciting.
lines, the subway, and yeah, as some people would call it. But basically, it's like every time I build a new road and make a new neighborhood, I have to like figure out or remember to later figure out where to put the bus lines through that neighborhood or to that neighborhood.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot to keep track of whenever you do something.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to have an organic feel, but organic cities grow up over time, and like kind of like tree roots or whatever, they kind of make some sense. We're trying to guess what the best organic way to grow the city is, which is definitely a tricky task.
Yeah. So at this point, I think I'm looking for a place to put a university. I've got all the other schools, but I have not yet found a university spot. And I think I want to put it right here near the town square.
Okay.
Just to have it be sort of like a city university. I think you were trying to tell me I should put it somewhere like maybe in the middle of a lot of space so that it's very distinctive and very clear where the university is. But I like the idea of it being, or this one being, a city university.
Okay.
Especially because you don't have in the game those kinds of universities that have like lots of open field and land. You basically just have this one building.
Yep,
so
that's true.
To me, it makes sense to have it in the middle of the city. And it's got a bus station, or bus stop rather, right in front of it. And yeah.
I think it makes sense certainly having a bus stop, because then you want to cut down on traffic of cars coming to the university, because obviously people need to travel from across your whole city to get to the university.
Yeah, in fact, I've got 2 bus stations in the middle of it.
Hey,
bus stops,
two's better than one.
Well, no, I'm going to move one because
Okay.
it doesn't make that much sense. So.
I would say if traffic gets really bad on that road, because that is a major thoroughfare, maybe think of moving the university like a little side street, still exactly that location, but basically a side street coming perpendicular off from that main street might help.
Really?
I don't know. It's just a suggestion, because then you have the traffic going down that road. Let's see, if people are parking outside the university to drop people off all the time, then maybe moving it to a side street could help, but like a dedicated side street.
Is this based on experience? Or
No,
just
it's just an idea. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so the university is coming along fine. It's operating normally. It doesn't have a ton of students compared to its capacity of 4,500, but I guess that's
like-
just over time.
4,500 students is more than 50% of your entire town population.
No wonder I don't have enough educated workers.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you've gone all the way down to 11,000.
Oh yeah, it was expensive placing that.
But I'm sure in the long run, your little citizens are going to be very pleased to have a lovely university.
So at the moment, I don't have enough money to pay for anything else that's really big. I have started building out some of the area behind the university, and I am going to make that high density residential as well, since it's right next to the town square.
Right.
And, I guess it just makes sense. I've got this really high demand for residences on the left there, as you can see. So to me, it makes sense to have that area be a little more packed with people. And I'm also have now made enough money to place an incinerator. Of course, it's cost $30,000 and I've only got $37,000, so it's going to take me way down, but hopefully I can make it back very quickly, and hopefully that will take care of some of the high demand I've been seeing for people's trash to be taken away.
Yeah, and I'd say once you've got incinerators, you'll need to get rid of garbage, turn off your landfills, because they're costing you per week in
really?
upkeep. Yeah, if you're not going to need them anymore, if they're full, just turn them off.
But then I can't ever get rid of them, huh? They're always going to be there.
You can move them, but it's a really slow process.
No, I can't physically move them until I empty them.
Yeah, you have to empty them to somewhere else.
But they only empty to another landfill, or do they empty to...
You can so if you wanted to make a landfill in another area which is going to be your wasteland.
I remember us talking about that, yeah.
Now I want to ask you about your town square.
Yeah.
You've got high density residential behind it, but what actually is on the square? That looks like high density buildings as well.
They're high density commercial buildings, because I figured since it's on the square, then, that'd be, it makes sense anyway.
Yeah. Look at all the people walking about.
Yeah, I also have dead people popping up. My cemetery is still working okay. Like, it's not... No?
No.
What? What's wrong with it?
The key thing, this is annoying in the game, it says, oh, you're doing fine.
Oh, I reached my milestone. Small city.
8,500. Congratulations.
9,500.
apparently a hydropower plant is a really bad thing to build. I remember reading about that.
Oh, really?
Apparently it's just really expensive and can cause problems.
Okay, because
But it looks cool.
I wanted to explore some of that. You'll see me exploring some of that later.
Okay.
No, I didn't actually build it, but I can build a cargo train terminal. I can build a train station as well. So I'm like a little bit hesitant to do that at this point. But
yeah.
I do want to place a metro station, like I said before, that I want to do that. But you were saying about the cemetery? What's wrong?
The key thing, though it says the key metric is, have you got enough space for dead bodies? The key metric really is, have you got enough hearses?
Yeah.
So you had 10 out of 10 hearses in use.
Yeah.
And that means, I think, that you basically don't have enough hearses to manage the city. So you need to build more cemeteries, not for space to house the deceased,
right?
But for hearses to travel the city. Yeah, that's the key metric.
So what happens if I don't have enough? Are people going to start moving out?
The dead will pile up. People will move out. And then the population will degrade because no one can move into those apartments or houses because they're just full of dead people.
Yeah.
And then you basically need to build a massive amount of... I think you've only got cemeteries at this stage. You don't have crematoria. Just build a whole bunch more cemeteries so you get those hearses to get over the death problem. Then you can probably turn a few of them off while your population returns to normal.
But I could have sworn that I had dead people in commercial buildings. Did you notice this happening in your town?
No, I don't know. I'm just now so paranoid. I've got, in my big town, I just had like a whole street full of crematoria. It's kind of grim.
Yeah.
But, they're giving a nice send-off to the lovely residents. But I guess they can die in different places. Like, they're not all going to die at home, are they?
That's true.
Die at work and stuff.
Oh, dear. Anyway, I'm now placing office district, which I haven't done before. So you told me that office district is technically industrial?
Yes.
Or does it also count as commercial, or is it...
No, it's industrial.
Oh, okay.
But I don't quite know whether you still need industrial proper like factories, because I think your commercial zones need things to sell, and they have to get products to sell. And I thought they may get it from your factories, but you don't have factories. I don't know where they get the goods from. Maybe you need...
If I put in a train station or a cargo station, maybe.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that live, because I'm going to want you to help me with placing train stations.
I don't have much experience yet with trains.
But I literally have no idea where would be the best place to put a train line or a train station, given, I'm stuck on this one square right now.
We'll do some research before we do that video.
Yeah.
And I've just started to do some train work, some mainline trains in my new town. I've got a second town coming along. So I'm going to experiment. But yeah, maybe you're right. I should also experiment with cargo train terminals. I don't know how it's going to fit in with the design my city has, but I'll have to give it a think and do a bit of research online, watch some YouTube videos.
Yeah, and then you get to tell me. I get to benefit from all of your knowledge. Yeah, so I basically just put in a brand new line of buses to go, to my office area, and also it connects to the industrial area somewhat. So I'm gonna color that bus line in a little bit if I can actually find a bus. There it is. Do
you color all your best bus lines in a different color?
I try to, just because, I feel like that would be something that I'll be happy to have done later once I get more buses.
Yeah, I think so.
Otherwise, I'll wish that I had, and why not do it now while I can?
Yeah, I've gone to coding mine. I've got an easy system for coding mine because of how I've designed my city. But yeah, definitely good to know which bus goes to which route.
Have you set anything special for your buses? Do you set the number of passengers or a number of buses on the line or anything like that?
I'm giving you a really blank face right now.
You can do that.
Because I did not. All I knew is you can set them to day, night, or day-night, and you can change their color. I haven't done anything else.
Okay.
Basically, I've got my little neighborhood system.
Yeah.
There's a house on fire, I think.
Really?
A building on fire. An office building on fire.
No, I must have missed that because I do not recall that.
Well, they'll get picked up by the fire department.
Yes.
Yeah, I've just got these very simple neighborhoods. And each neighborhood has two bus routes. One goes up, down, mainly. One goes left, right, mainly.
Okay.
And that's it.
That makes sense.
And one's blue and one's red.
That's because you have a grid system.
Yeah, I've got I'll do a video of my new city when I've got it in a good state.
Yeah, basically, to explain, you've been doing an experimental city based on modular blocks, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of semi-inspired by a couple of examples I've seen on Reddit and also referencing city design in Barcelona. Combines a couple of those things and just my need to have an incredibly ordered and perfect city. But so far it's doing pretty well with very low traffic problems, which is pretty exciting.
And you, just in a couple of hours of gameplay, your population went way beyond what I've managed to achieve in weeks of gameplay. Not that I don't play every single day, you know.
Yeah, I've been playing it pretty hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also money has become, I think you're going to get that stage too. I think it's probably pretty soon when money just suddenly stop becoming an issue because you're earning tons of money.
It might be there because remember I spent myself down to like 7,000 for after placing that incinerator. I'm already back up to like almost 97,000.
Yeah.
So this is me trying to figure out the hydro plant thing because it said find a place with a strong current, but it doesn't seem like any of these meters show the current speed in any of the, you know, these tributaries. So
Okay.
I have no idea where would be a best place to put a hydro plant. I'm going to assume in one of these arteries, maybe above that connecting bridge there so that there won't be a danger of flooding, like backing out. You know, like if you put a dam, the water level behind the dam obviously gets higher and I've got a bridge there. So I want to put the dam above the bridge. But obviously I don't own that piece of land just yet. So that's why I said earlier in the video, I might contemplate buying that piece of land and experimenting with the dam there, even though you say it's a bad idea.
Yeah, you could do it. I just read that it can be tricky because what if it floods? It can just be temperamental either in the game, like the game code is temperamental, or it's just, you know,
really?
It could flood and stuff, which I'd be worried about. But maybe you could build some like flood defenses. I know there's a whole bunch of...
Well, you can like raise the terrain on either
yeah,
side, no?
I'm really bad at raising terrain. It doesn't work how I think it. Every time I think it must work like this and it doesn't quite work like that.
Anyway, I'm continuing to build out these areas, and as you can see, I'm using now, finally, all this blank space that I've had sitting for basically 7 episodes now.
You're filling in all the little bits because you don't want to extend to that second square still.
Yeah, I mean, I will probably when I put the train station in, maybe that's actually a good reason to buy a new area is to place some train stuff down. And, you know, I can see like the train station maybe needing a bit more space than I have right now. So that could be a reason to do that. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of using the space that I already have and trying to be efficient, but also aesthetically pleasing about it.
Yeah. I just think once your money is definitely rocketing up.
Yeah.
Once your money is rocketing up that bit more and you're kind of like in the millions, and then you'll just be like, okay, I'm going to go to town and build exactly what I want.
In the millions. I can't even imagine it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, look, you were getting there already. You were like, you said 7,000 not that long ago. And now you're at well over 100, which is more than you've ever had before.
How much are you making per...
I think I'm at 10 or 12.
10 or 12,000 per week?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But my population is now at 27,000.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like basically spending money. I've got little neighborhoods with 5,000 each. So imagine like basically half your town, and I've got maybe a university per one because I want to make sure that people have universities. Or suddenly there's more expensive stuff per half of city than you've got because I've got lots of money, and I'm still making money, so that's good.
So here I am putting in my metro stations. Finally, I put a metro station right next to this little park in this town square because I figure that's a good place to do it. It's very central, and I'm going to put another one near the industrial park.
Okay, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I figure that needs connecting, and I'm going to now connect. Yay! Yay!
That's going to be a tough route for the trains.
Why?
They're going to go zigzag.
Oh, is that bad?
I don't know. Let's see if they manage it.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm also putting another one down here in this, like, circle here, because this is, like, right in the middle of some of my highest density housing. And also I've got an abandoned building there anyway, so,
scrap it.
Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I think trains can't go on such tight curves, tight bends, but underground trains, I think, can.
But wouldn't it tell me not to make this connection? Like,
I guess so, yeah. I don't know, but maybe it would, and the trains would go really slowly in that place. So it would limit the number of trains, underground trains, that could travel per shift.
Can you not change the line after making it, though?
Yeah, you can, I think.
Okay, so if I encounter a problem, then I'll just shift the line the same way that I'm shifting this current bus line here.
Yeah. but you actually haven't added the train line yet.
What do you mean?
You've added stations.
Yeah.
You've made a tunnel.
Yeah.
But you haven't yet built the underground line.
Oh my gosh. See, this is why I need you next to me when I'm doing stuff.
There's a third button on the tab. You're not on that tab right now, which was add the stops. You've got to connect the, which is kind of silly because like I want the stops to go to the stations I just built along the line I just built. But you have to connect
What? But
the lines in the way, the stations in the way you want. Because I guess you could really have like a really complex underground system and then connect things up in a weird way. Though I kind of don't get it because like you build a line and like connect the line, but you have to do it separately. I'll show you after.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
And oh goodness. Okay, here we are in live mode, not sped up mode. So you're going to show me how to do the metro station as I said we were going to do. And here's my metro station right here, or one of them. And you said basically, what do I have to do?
Click on, now go to your...
Yep.
No, go to the underground tab.
Oops.
Now click on the third one, the rightmost one.
Yes.
Now click on your first station there that we can see.
Yeah.
Boom. Now that's added one stop. Now go down to your other station. And now click on that one. Now go to the third one.
So like...
Click there. And now click there.
Yeah.
And now click back, because you want the train to go both directions. Click on your second stop or your middle stop.
Okay. Yikes.
Boom. And now click on the last one to complete the line.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. In hindsight.
Now everybody's happy.
Now, do you want to make a crematory or a graveyard? Let's go to the health tab.
Health.
No,
health.
That one, yeah. And let's just add a cemetery somewhere nice. Yeah, you need another cemetery, certainly.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't think it matters. It doesn't need to be in a residential area. It needs to be, it could be right on the edge there. Yeah, that doesn't look like very important. Yeah, right there.
What? Are you kidding me?
15 minutes later. It takes you a while to decide where things go. That was the joke.
Because the thing is, like I got burned by that landfill. Like, you cannot move the landfill. So, can you move a cemetery after?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Okay, so let's now play. Oh, you need a lot. No, keep playing. Click. Get out of that view. Come on. Click on your cemetery. Let's see how many hearses are out and about.
2 already. 2 out of 10. And I need a lot more industry.
Yes. Yeah, but you've got loads of space to expand that industrial sector. Take it all the way to the sea.
Okay, we'll do that later because the video is already long enough.
Okay.
But anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode of City Skylines, in which, look at all the tall buildings I've got.
Yeah, let's zoom in on one of those metro stops and see if we can see people coming out of the metro.
Where are you guys? Are you there? Are you?
Yeah.
Yay! They're using it.
Got popular.
Get your cars off the street. Let's let traffic not be crazy.
They're all running down there. That's so cute. Such a cute game. And look, the train's leaving the station. Let's see it travel along its route.
Look at it. Yay, guys. There's a whole thing there that you can't see, but it works. And I just saw a dead person disappear because hopefully the hearse was picking them up.
Hearses. Oh, we got another train coming the other way. Let's see if it goes down. Oh, I guess it's slowing down into the station anyway.
Sweet.
Boom. Perfect.
Nice. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of City Skylines. Please let us know in the comments what you think. And if you are new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more City Skylines on the way.
Thanks for watching.
Wait, I think the dead person came back, actually. Oops.